I co-run a production company, Almost Normal Productions, and it's run by three women. So that's me, my mom, Elizabetta, and our creative partner, Catherine Michelle. And so the three of us strive to make films for women to channel their inner badass. That's our whole thing. So all of our films essentially center around a really strong female protagonist who is relatable and real, and likable. And pretty much we strive that all women of all walks of life, whether you're 20 like me or in your 50s or in your 30s, whatever stage you are, that you can look at that woman and relate to her, even in these sort of extraneous situations that we put our women in. Yeah, so that's sort of what we're all about.
Are you working on a movie? Because I'm basing this interview on your IMDb profile, and I think that you're working on a movie with your mother. Is that correct?
Well, we actually, I think the film you'd be talking about, it's called The Accursed, and it's our horror film that we shot it in 2019, and it was in post production over COVID. And so now we've finished the film, and our sales agent Blyberg is taking the film to the Marche du Film in Cannes to sell the film. So the release date is to be determined, but you know,
But
hoping
what can
to.
you tell us about this movie, this horror movie that you did?
So it's about a curse that gets released upon this bloodline and threatens to annihilate like an entire family. But it's a curse that is put away for 20 years, and it knowingly gets released by somebody in the family. We don't know who. And so Hannah, who's played by Yancy Butler, has to find a way to save her whole family, essentially.
Yeah. And if you have to speak about the female gaze that we were speaking about earlier, how did you connect this with your company production?
Yeah, so the film is told from the perspective of Hannah, who is a woman, and Hannah makes a mistake as a young woman in her 20s that comes back to haunt her, 2 decades later. And it's following how she's battling having made that mistake that many women have likely made or have felt like they could have made, and how it's going to now like impact all these people around her.